Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Humble state. Hear those beautiful birds in the background? Those beautiful birds. Tell your mother I'm busy. Beautiful birds in the background. Humble state. Now this morning, I'm having a very humble breakfast and a very humble beverage. I was thinking about it, so I figured I might as well do a video about it. Be content in whatever state God would have you to be in right now. Trouble don't last always. Stress don't last always. What seems like poverty or not having enough won't last always. It won't always be that way. There will be moments of prosperity, and then there'll be moments of contentness, and then there'll be moments of having just a little bit, just enough. But Father is still worthy of his praise. He's still worthy of his honor. And like I said, I'm going to be eating on camera, not to be disgusting, but it's a symbol. Humble breakfast. You see my breakfast? PB&J. All right. I got some grapes. Can't forget the vegetables and the fruits. Now, can I be honest? This is not what I'd rather be eating right now. I'd rather be eating a much bigger plate with some other things on there I won't even describe right now. With a tall glass of what I won't describe right now. But I'm still alive. Still have a place to rest my head. Still got family and friends. And I'm on my way to prosperity. On my way to riches. On my way to wealth. And the powerful thing about that is wealth up to, or wealth in the sense of God's personal idea and perspective of wealth that he has for me. Now I said a lot of things right there. Each idea that God has for prosperity or the ultimate level of richness and wealthiness for each person is totally different because every person's needs, callings, and assignments are different. So there are certain things that they need. You can look at somebody and say, he don't need all of that. Really, according to his anointing and his assignment and purpose, he really does. So in that case, that's not excess. He really, or he or she really needs that much. So be humble in whatever state and condition that you are in. Whatever state and whatever condition you are in, be humble. It's okay to have moments of when you complain and so forth, and when you feel like, dang, it shouldn't be like this. Dang, I should already have this or that already. Be that as it may, give God his praise still. Be humble, be loving, be joyful, be respectful unto the Lord. Love yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, you still handsome. You a woman in the mirror and say, you still a bad mamma jam. I know that's an old school word. Like, you still sexy. You still hot. You still got it. I may not be able to pay this light bill right now. I may not be able to pay this rent right now. I may not be able to pay this mortgage, this car note. They about to repo my car. They about to get an eviction notice on my door. I'm still anointed. I'm still a man of God. I'm still a woman of God. I'm still rich. I am rich. I am prosperous. You know, it's interesting when we get into a certain state, we can, as a matter of fact, Jay-Z, there's a song that he wrote, and he says, basically, he was like, I wrote my way out the hood, and I pray that I stay out for good. He cussing the song, so I ain't gonna repeat it here. He's like, dang, I wrote my way out the hood, and I pray that I stay out for good. That's so powerful because he's basically saying, the way I write my songs is so good. I wrote my way out the hood. The way I wrote the future, because he's a rapper. So I wrote my future. I rapped my future before my future was actually manifested. And here he was in the studio recording the song, realizing like, dang, I really wrote my way out the hood, and I pray that I stay out for good. So whatever it is you're feeling, whether it be a negative emotion, a feeling of lack, a feeling of poverty, a feeling of depression, do your affirmation and speak against it. Do your affirmation and visualize in your mind's eye the reality and the truth that you do want to live. Because eventually it's going to manifest if you stay consistent in that belief, if you stay consistent seeing it, thinking it, feeling it, if possible, dressing like it. Let me tell you something. Watch this. You see this ring right here? Had the diamonds not fallen out, you would swear it was a gold ring. But see, the diamonds fell out. See? But I'm going to tell you something. That sometimes I put this ring on and I'll be like, I'm wearing it still. Because I'm prophesying that one day I'll be able to afford one where the diamonds ain't never going to fall out. You understand what I'm saying? So, don't stop believing. Don't stop hoping. Right now, these are CZ or cubic zirconium. Basically, lab-created diamonds. All right? So, they ain't natural earth-grown diamonds. But watch this. One day, I'm gonna be able to afford these, and they're going to be real diamonds. Fake it till you make it. What's the revelation behind fake it till you make it? Just embody what it is you want to manifest. Let me tell you, most up like 90%, I'm gonna say 100% of these rappers, when they were still living in the projects, still moving packs in the hood, still selling drugs, still gang banging, and when they was recording their songs and nobody knew them, they was like, I got the Lexus and I got the Benzes, I'm cleanest, I got my jewels and my diamonds on. They couldn't even afford, they was still on EBT when they was rapping that stuff. And they kept on rapping it, kept on believing it, kept on putting that intention out there. And now they're at the place where they actually got real diamonds on, pushing Benzes and Lexuses. And that's what they're doing now. Nobody drives a Benz or Lexus now, but you understand what I'm saying. They believe. So what is it that you're believing for? What is it that you're believing to receive? Continue to embody it. If you're an artist, my advice, use the prophetic in your artistry. Whether you are a painter or you're a drawer, where you draw or you sketch, or you are a poet, you sing, you rap. Put what it is you want to manifest in your songs, so that because eventually it will manifest, because it will be continue manifesting. Much more powerful if you have fans that know your song and singing your songs. Y'all putting your faith together when you're singing the song together. You understand what I'm saying? So, humble state. Humble state. Be content in whatever state you are in, because it could be worse. Oh, it would be so nice right now? A cup of coffee. I need to do myself a favor. Instead of going out spending money at Dunkin' Donuts, $4 a cup, I need to go to the supermarket, get me the largest container of instant coffee I can get. That'll probably be about $4, $6. Get me some creamer. That's going to be about $4. Sometimes it's on sale. I can make it as much as I want without having to spend all that money. So, when you're in a humble state, I don't want to say poor because I'm not poor. When you're in a humble state, thank you for the revelation, Holy Spirit. That's time to use wisdom in saving, wisdom in conserving, wisdom in value. So you need to start bargain hunting, coupon. Some people, they got to show extreme couponing, man. But oh my body, Jesus. But I respect the hustle. I respect, the work that they took out to. Sometimes they leave out there with thousands of supplies and only spent like $100. Now they be going hard on the cashier because they're like, you better give me this price or something. And I feel sorry for the cashier, I really do, because it's so much. Oh my goodness, it's very stressful. Cashier, we gotta pray for cashiers because sometimes they get they deal with the most difficult customers. So when you see a sweet cashier, that's a blessing, because most of them are itches, because they're just dealing with messed up customers all day long, who have no consideration for the fact that I have to stand here for hours and deal with your ugly face and your ugly children who's misbehaving, tearing up the stove. Hallelujah. Right. So they need prayer. So as much as you can be nice and loving to the cashier and how you doing? Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. Show them that love and appreciation. Trust me, it'll make all the difference. They'll go home feeling less stressed. They'll remember you, especially when you come back all the time. You'll develop a great relationship with them. I'm telling you. So in humble states, that's the time that you be grateful. Be grateful for what you do have. Be grateful. Reminisce on the times when you had a whole bunch of abundance and how good it felt. That way, when the next swing, because, prosperity, it's like a swing. It's like a swing. Nothing lasts forever. It comes and it goes. And even when it comes, you don't even want to hold on to it or hoard it. What you want to do is invest. That's definitely what you want to do. You want to invest and put it into places where you can get a return, whether that be into a spiritual situation. You can give donations and offerings to ministries, charities, or you can invest your money in a lucrative business idea or business plan, or get into business with someone where you're going to eventually get money short term and most importantly long term. It's like seed sowing. There is definitely that time for seed sowing. I'm not sure. I'm not a farmer, so I don't know what time is the time you sow a seed. I think it's maybe at the end of summer. I'm not too, don't quote me, but I know there is a time where you sow seed. There's a time where you sow the seed, and there's a time where you rest, and then there is the harvest time. So harvest time is really the time where you eat and you start gathering in all of the increase. Then you start planting again, because during the winter season nothing's growing. The seeds are there, or everything's dead. But when it starts to get warm again, the rainy seasons come on in, then you start getting the increase, or you start seeing the buds coming out of the ground and so forth. So life is just like that. It has a pendulum. It swings. Some days prosperity out the gate, and some days you won't even get $1. So speaking from my personal experience, sometimes I do get in my feelings about it. When I'll ask someone to help me out, and extremely small amount or something very small, and they're not able to do it for whatever their reason is, sometimes I will get upset. I'm a human being, because I'm just like, dang, you can't even do, dang, and I have to turn my heart back on and be like, you know what, maybe they're in the same state that you are in, but they're not as brave as you to be honest and talk about it and ask for help. Maybe they're in the same state, if not worse than you are. So those are the things we must consider when we ask for help and we don't get it. Sometimes that's what it is. The person is struggling too. At other times, of course, the person, their priorities is jacked up and they're selfish for whatever reason it is. They want something for nothing. That's be what it is sometimes too. So, So, humble beginnings, humble states. I'm still prophesying. I want you to join me in this prophetic movement. And I want you, when you see this video, type below in the comments. Within the next 6 months, I don't care how crazy or how unreasonable it may sound, what are you believing for? All right? Don't put a whole lot. Maybe put 1 or 2 things that you're believing to manifest within the next 6 months. And I will write down your names and I will pray for it to manifest. And when it does, I want you to testify about it on your page. Please tag me in it. Let me know if it comes to pass, because I want to rejoice with you. Or message me, or whatever the case is. Let me know. Sometimes people don't let ministers know how much they have impacted their lives. And I think that it is selfish, in my opinion, because you don't know what that minister goes through in their personal time alone, feeling like their ministry is not effective because no one is saying, you know, man of God, you know, woman of God, I want to thank you so much. I was about to do something really bad, but I saw your face, I heard your voice, I saw your message, and you just totally stopped me in my tracks. I thank you so much. I appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing. Sometimes we don't get that. Don't assume that people show us love and I'm about to kick you out. You distracted me, bro. Don't assume that people are coming to us telling us, you know, keep on doing what you're doing. Don't assume we have a huge fan base of people showing us love. Don't assume that. You know who the biggest fan base is? Us. We got to be the one encouraging ourselves. Travis, keep on going. Keep on going, Travis. Keep on going. Travis, just keep on. Don't give up, Travis. It's all right, Travis. Keep on going, Travis. Travis. Come on, Travis. You, Travis. You got it. You the man, Travis. Travis. You got it. Come on, keep on going. Keep on going, Travis. Keep on going, Travis. Keep on going. Y'all just don't know. You don't know. I didn't come on here to spill my heart. That's not really, you know, emotional. I'm just saying what goes on behind the face. What goes on behind the face, behind the camera of your favorite preacher, favorite personality. You don't know. You don't know. You really don't know unless you know them personally. Humble state, humble beginnings. Be content. Be content. Give God his praise. But yeah, back to the exercise. Within the next 6 months, I am prophesying and believing. You will see me on this camera doing another Facebook Live, and behind me, I will be on a beach. Trees, palm trees, breeze, and strawberry daiquiris. And it ain't going to be a virgin daiquiri. It's going to have some alcohol in it because I am an adult. Yeah, it's going to be, and pina coladas. I love pina coladas. And it ain't going to be virgin pina coladas. It's going to have some alcohol in it because I'm an adult. And I, you know, occasionally drink. All right? That doesn't make me less of a man of God. It makes me real. It makes me human. It makes me an adult. So, yeah. Within the next 6 months. All right? So, it's February. So, that should be July. So, I'm going to say June, July in the summertime. By the summer, even before the summer, you will see me on live like this. You will see behind me the ocean, the breeze, the palm trees. That's my prophecy. That's what I'm believing God to prophesy for. So you comment on the bottom. What are you believing the Lord to manifest for you? 1 or 2 things within the next 6 months by the summertime. That's my challenge to you. All right? So guys, be humble. Stay humble. Enjoy your humble breakfast. I'm enjoying my humble breakfast. My PB&J. My ghetto Kool-Aid. I was finna make some sugar and water. Some of y'all don't know about that. Some of y'all too bougie. And I feel good. I feel content. Why? Because I'm on here talking to my family, friends and family. I'm being honest and transparent. How you doing? All right, fam. I'll talk to you later. God bless.